Hi, everyone. Welcome to Be Different for Success. Today, we'll be talking about how to manifest your dream life. Do you ever get the feeling that your real life has not yet begun? That you have much more to offer? Do you ever feel like you're not living your true potential? If this is a feeling that lingers with you, then you probably haven't tapped into all your greatness just yet. But not to worry, now's the time to shift that energy. It's said that your life changes when you do. The biggest and most exciting adventure one can take is chasing the life of their dreams. Here are 12 strategies to get you started. Number 1. Think big. In other words, aim ridiculously high. Most people tend to settle for average goals since these are reasonable. The problem with that is that it creates a lot of competition for the reasonable opportunities. But if you instead strive for something beyond the ordinary, you will notice that there are few people doing the same, which means that you actually improve your odds. Life is limitless. The moment we start to think small, we start to put restraints on ourselves and our abilities. Too many people limit their potential because they don't want to think big. You need to think about what you can do to achieve what it is you're aiming for. Stop making excuses and do something. Do something meaningful and do something that defies what others thought was impossible. Do not allow yourself to be limited. Push the boundaries and test the constraints that are placed upon you by external forces. In this process, you learn which constraints can bend and which can break. Recognize what you've done to get yourself where you are and utilize this knowledge to do things that will create a positive future. Number 2. Take risks. Negativity bias is a psychological phenomenon which means that we tend to overestimate risk by underestimating our own ability to handle eventual bad consequences of taking a risk, and at the same time underestimate all the possibilities that would come with taking the risk. On top of that, we tend to underestimate the cost of not acting at all. So go, take more risks. Get yourself out there, pitch your idea, network, start a new project. Who cares if you mess up? There is no failure, only feedback. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. When you do things that scare you, great outcomes will be met on the other side. While it may sound cliche, the idea that with great risk comes great reward, it's an idea that needs to be embraced. When you have the ability to control your natural instinct to avoid things that scare you, you start to do the things that no one else will. You start chasing the life of your dreams with your eyes on the prize. The greatest human accomplishments are reached by someone who starts from an uncomfortable place. Whether you're striving to create a better world or a better business, one way to gauge how substantial what you're doing is by noting how uncomfortable you are when you start. Number 3. Ask for what you want. You won't get what you don't ask for. A common notion is that your dream life will just find you, that people around you, like a potential business partner, your boss, or your loved ones, know what it is you want. Newsflash, they don't. Save your time and speed up the process by letting people around you know if you're entitled to a raise, a new exciting project, longer vacation, a new position, or better Christmas gifts. Number 4. If you get rejected, try again. This is vital. If you get rejected, try again. Just take a different route. There were 12 publishing houses that rejected J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter story. So be bold. Keep going. Take another way. Because there is always another way. Consider a no as feedback and ask yourself, what can you improve? View rejection as a redirection to something better. Number 5. Update your belief system. Psychology studies have shown that those who believe in their own ability to succeed tend to perform better and have a greater ability to execute their plans. But a common mistake is that we tend to get caught up in other people's belief system, allowing ourselves to listen to their bad advice or fears. But remember, what they believe that they can or can't do has nothing to do with what you are capable of achieving. So manage your thoughts and how they affect the way you act and make decisions. Number 6. Challenge your fears. You have probably read 1,000 times that you need to face your fears to be able to reach your true potential. but perhaps you've wondered why you have to do such a horrible thing. When you repeatedly expose yourself to unpleasant experiences, such as public speaking, the chemistry in your brain changes. The hyperactivity gets reduced and thus suppresses the discomfort, i.e., eliminating the fear. The more frequently you do something that you find scary, the faster this process of change will take place. So challenge your fears, because the chemistry of your body will have your back. Therefore, challenges should be embraced. Each day you will be met with a combination of challenges and opportunities. Some of these days will be stressful. Some of these days will be easy. If you can meet each day with optimism and commit to being happy, you will fall in love with life. Greet your obstacles with open arms. Embrace them and recognize the possibilities that are waiting on the other side of that obstacle. Embrace your positive thoughts and surround yourself with positive people. Let the possibilities of every situation inspire you and keep you moving forward. Number 7. Ignore societal comparisons. The only competition you need to think about right now is the person you see when you look in the mirror. You're competing against the person in the mirror who tells you to sit back and relax when you have hard decisions to make. You're competing against the person in the mirror who doesn't control their emotions and acts irrationally during high-stress situations. Focus on you. Don't worry about the guy you went to high school with, and don't worry about your colleague. Constantly checking your life against someone else is a horrible way of living. Instead of looking at the story that someone else is writing and taking a stab at replicating it, focus on your story. Do something that will make your story worth reading or retelling. Number 8. Spend time with friends who help you level up. You are the average of the people you spend the most time with. If you're focused on becoming successful in business, it's important to surround yourself with people who are looking to achieve the same thing. You're able to discuss the struggle and gain insights on what they've been doing to find success. If you surround yourself with people who are constantly negative and spend more time talking about why the world is out to get them, you will also become a victim of the circumstance. Surround yourself with great people who do great things. By doing so, you will become greater by association. Number 9. Stop trying to have all the world's answers. One lesson you'll learn in life is that you'll never learn everything. You will understand that it's simply impossible to learn everything there is to know about everything. As a result, it's important to leverage those around you who have strengths where you have weaknesses. Your combined knowledge can be used to move forward. It's also important to recognize that you can't have all the world's answers when you relate them back to your own life. The real world doesn't reward those who try to figure everything out before acting. It rewards people with the courage to move on their instinct and chase their dreams in the face of uncertainty. Number 10. Focus on the things you can control. Too many people look at the things they can't control. It's important for us to focus on the things we can control in life, as it's the only way we can actually make progress. If you focus on the things you can't control, it will take a toll on you because you'll constantly be setting unrealistic expectations. You'll have expectations for certain things, but no ability to make them happen because they're out of your control. If you deny this reality of not being able to change something, you will continue to waste your time and energy. You can waste time wishing or pretending that things are in your control and ultimately get nowhere. Number 11. Focus on the things and people that matter. Time is scarce. Furthermore, time is the most valuable resource we have. It's the one thing that each of us are privileged with, and the one thing that we can all use to move forward or step back. If you spend your time focusing on things that have no significance to your life, how can you expect to accomplish anything? The most important thing when managing your time is recognizing and embracing the idea of prioritization. If you prioritize things that are important to you, you will become closer to living the life of your dreams. You need to identify who and what is important to you and allocate your attention to these things rather than those that won't help you get where you want to be. Number 12. Be less busy but more productive. Stop celebrating the fact that you're busy. More often than not, being busy is simply mental stimulation that gets us nowhere. Instead of working harder, work smarter. Work on things that actually allow you to make significant strides towards what you're hoping to accomplish. This sense of being busy might be appreciated by a company because all they see is their little hamsters running around on a wheel. Instead of running on a wheel like a hamster, make some priorities. Identify what you're hoping to accomplish from a goal perspective and chase it. Final thoughts. There is a lot of work that goes into living your dreams, but you will find it well worth your time. Life is short, so don't worry about the things you can't control. Most people regret the things they did not do more than anything they have ever done. Therefore, don't settle for a life that is less than your dream life. Pursue it with effort and resolve. If you're ready to live your dream life, then it's time to shift your thinking. Shift your thinking. Shift your life. You decide who you want to become. You decide how you get there. Create the vision you have for yourself and your dream life, and go after it. Remove all the barriers in your way, especially those in your mind. Remember, in order to change your story, you must constantly tell yourself a new story. In order to change, you must be willing to change. In order to shift, you must have an open mind and desire to grow. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please click the thumbs up and write your personal tips in the comments below. Thank you for your support. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more from us. See you in the next video.